Hey, need some help? I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Yo, we got this. Don't worry. Shot! Shot! Too slow.
Let's go.
Stop this. Come through, baby. Come through. Hey, hey, hey.
Man, I can't even watch this. Get your mind right. Come on, focus.
You guys the ones who are gonna be losing today. Woo-hoo! I got you quiet real quick.
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Three of them, baby. Shot!
Just like that.
Who's got a ball?
We're here. We're here. Yes, sir.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
You got it.
Box it up.
Come on, man. We got the ball. Hey, hey, hey.
Get your mind right. You could do better than that. Again.
We ready. Let's go.
Right here.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Focus! We're being ready. We're waiting your team.
Again.
You can't play with me. Once I start, I just can't stop. Yo, we got this. Don't worry. You can't play with me.
You head in the game.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Hey, help! You even shoot now, man. Oh, you done? You done?
You just got scanned for 2K24. What was that process like?
Well, I'm glad to be a part of this, and yeah. So that's funny, but that's really precise. Like it's impressive. Do they scan every player or?
Only the creme de la creme. Yeah?
Hey, a lot of action around the NBA on Thanksgiving Eve. A great lead-in to a big weekend of basketball.
NBA, we have so much to be thankful for. And of course, this is when the season starts for real. We've got a few weeks behind us. Guys have their legs under them. Now we start to see who the top dogs really are.
So here's Dallas's starting group. They've got Luka Doncic. Reggie Bullock is out there with Dwight Powell. And then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Big Daddy in at the small forward. White finds Tatum. Takes one from 10 feet. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
And Tatum's teammates love the hustle. They appreciate him going hard on the offensive glass and really getting it done.
Here's Doncic over Brogdon, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And RJ, you look at the road the Celtics had to the finals last year. Man, that's as tough as it gets.
BA, when I tell you, going through Durant and then Giannis, and then you saw the way that the Heat pushed them, and then you see the Warriors in the finals as a reward, that is as tough of a road as you will ever find, and I don't see anything phasing this team now, BA.
And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Now here's Horford. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Outside Irving. Buries it from three.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Pass to Tatum. White on the wing. Fires the three. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's O'Connor, hounded by Tatum. Here's the floater. Here's O'Connor. No luck on that one. Tatum with some nice D. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
White can't hit. And now the Mavs on the run. Irving for three. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Irving's got 6 points.
I just love the ball move.
Outside Tatum. To win the run, and the jumper is good.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Pass to Bullock. Now here's Irving. Here's O'Connor, hounded by Tatum. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Boston trailing. Now Williams. Back to Brogdon. And he buries his first look.
The offensive IQ Brogdon has is fantastic. A creative score in close.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Doncic, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And Boston calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at about 44% so far. Tatum and Horford at the forward slots. Smart and White make up the backcourt. And it's Williams in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Irving. Got it from about 16 feet. Irving's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And this is Irving's role, a natural scorer who understands when that mid-range J opens up, he's got to fire. In a league with the most skilled athletes in the world, Kyrie Irving just stands out. He can do anything with his handle, and he has every finish around the hoop. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Doncic has got 10 points.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Talking about Kyrie, I'll put you on the spot here, Richard. Is he the most skilled current NBA player?
Yes, without a doubt. He is the most skilled current NBA player, and it's really him and then everyone else because it's the efficiency in which he can do it. And you did put me on the spot. Obviously, Steph has handles and a shot. The Beard can do some crazy stuff also, but Kyrie is my top.
Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, the Celtics are handing the keys to the 2 J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There have been growing pains and even some question if the pair could coexist. But Brown said, quote, "The adversity will help us grow. As long as I'm on the same page with him and he's on the same page with me, we're all good." Brian?
Figuring it out, Allie. Thank you. From deep, here's Doncic. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
On the wing, Tatum. They need this. Doncic grabs the miss.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable.
And it's Smart missing. Dallas has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Irving. Again, Dallas.
A true wizard with the ball. Irving has some of the best handles that we have ever seen at any point in time in history.
You know, a versatile bench really is a gift for the Celtics in tough situations.
And even a great starting five isn't perfect against every opponent. It's important to have flexibility, and that's something that Boston definitely has.
Give it up once again for Celtics Entertainment.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Tatum. White against Irving. Just 5 to shoot. White, the pass to Tatum. Nails it from 3. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's O'Connor, pounded by Tatum. Right at the free throw line. Rebounded by the Celtics. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year.
They won both of their meetings last season. You love to pull that off against another powerhouse.
I don't know, but I do know that they're looking at the possible finals matchup. These are two of the league's most dangerous teams, no doubt.
Here's Doncic. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
We've seen why Doncic is a perennial MVP candidate. He's taken over completely at the offensive end.
Outside Tatum. Offline with a 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
Doncic against Smart. Pass to Horford. Outside Tatum. Hits a three-pointer. Tatum's got 15 points.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Here's O'Connor. 34 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Another one falls for Dallas.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Smart against Doncic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
At the line for your Celtics, Marcus Smart. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Smart. Performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Dallas. 8 points in the
33. The Mavericks 40.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, Dwight Powell out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Luka Doncic, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Big Daddy in at the 3. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Brogdon missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Tatum against Irving. Shoots it from the corner. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Such a confident jumper. It's just like Kyrie knows it's going in the minute he releases it.
Pass to Williams. White for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Up to Powell. On the wing, Irving. From deep. Another 3 for Dallas.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
White on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Outside White. Back to Brogdon. Will it go? They grab their own miss. Tatum passes to Williams and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do."
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks. Boston calls timeout. RJ, you were in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually, you figure it out. The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
A nice shot by Doncic.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Williams. Unloads. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got rebound number 8 now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Basket's good. 12 points for him.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
On the wing, Tatum. 4-3. The shot off that time. And it's Dallas the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. It's the second game of 3 on the road. And that one drops.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
White, the pass to Griffin. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's O'Connor. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Boston has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Outside, Williams.
Come get it, come get it.
A shot to stop the run, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, the defender really went after him.
At the line, Grant Williams. At the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
At the line, shooting 1.
And that one falls for Brogdon. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Manning the backcourt, it's Brogdon and Smart. Mike Muscala out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Williams in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Horford, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Smart. Doncic, that one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Tatum. Boston again missing. The Mavericks leading. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. Here's Powell, and that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Powell's got 6 in the quarter.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Mavericks.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
Let's go with a 3. Doncic grabs the miss. So it's the Mavericks now. Here's O'Connor. Tatum pulls it in.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Pass to O'Connor. Shoots over Tatum. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody.
Hey, need some help?
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Y'all ready to lose? 99, get ready for sleep.
Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Let's do this.
Hey, yo, right here. Box out. All day.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Probably both. It all depends on the overall, honestly.
Which part of your game do you want to see most portrayed in NBA 2K?
Mostly just shooting. And
while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Big Daddy, and it's Powell in its center, locking down the middle. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Anunoby finds Pirtle. Shoots over Powell. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Dallas. Irving with the ball. Yes, that goes in.
It's amazing how Kyrie can take contact, contort his body, and complete the play.
Van Vliet passes to Pirtle. Anunoby has the open look. Traps in the trade.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now here's Barnes. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, the Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
And the Mavericks with possession here, following the miss by Pascal Siakam.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Barnes. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
What vision from Hurdle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Doncic passes to O'Connor. And the three off target.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Pirtle. Tries again. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Now, here's Anunoby. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's O'Connor. They lead by 4. Doncic, bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Powell kicks to Doncic. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas. You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Now here's Bullock. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Lets it go. Kept alive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well, and
some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Achua. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Scotty Barnes. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Kyrie Irving. Powell is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Doncic, and it's O'Connor in at the 3 spot. And it's good, 2 points. Bullock's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 8 points.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Trent outside. He can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus
in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Back to Van Vliet. Now, here's Trent. Defense is right there. He gets that one.
As a distributor, Fred Van Vliet is so effective. He knows when and where to feed his guys.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And while you can't get it all back in one possession, just stay after it, keep attacking, and see what happens.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. To the inside, Trent. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Getting high in the air, Gary Trent Jr. teaching the rim a lesson.
And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Toronto calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Some. So it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Van Vliet against Doncic. Nobody near Barnes. Here's Pirtle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Super focused. Pirtle taking the hit well and cashing in on a quality and one opportunity.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
11 feet away, Irving, good. Irving's got 13 points.
The accuracy of Kyrie's shot is impressive, helping him clean up in the mid-range.
Van Vliet passes to Pirtle. On the wing, Anunoby. Covered by Irving. Bounce pass from Anunoby. 5 on the clock. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Still Raptors ball.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Anunoby kicks to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Trent's checked in for the Raptors. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Irving against Anunoby. And here's Trent. He has 7. The kick out to Barnes. And again, Toronto no up.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Powell trying to free himself up. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
That's good from Barnes. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Back to Irving. On the wing, Doncic. Pocket 6. Lobbed up there for Powell. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Barnes outside. Inside, here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
Doncic passes to O'Connor. From outside the arc, trains the three-pointer. O'Connor's got his third bucket of the night.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Anunoby kicks to Barnes. Knocked away. Here's O'Connor. No good on the 3.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And it's good for 2. Barnes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has all the tools. Scotty getting things done.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
We love to give away shirts to our loudest fans. Now is that time.
Achua, he's checked in for the Raptors. Chris Boucher. Some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Precious Achua. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Trent. On the floor for Dallas. Luka Doncic's out there with Irving. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's O'Connor in at the 3. Siakam inside. He's guarded by Bullock. Siakam, that's good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's O'Connor, covered by Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Both free throws good from O'Connor. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Anunoby. Doncic against Van Vliet. Back to Anunoby. Barnes outside. Launches it. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Back to Irving. The pass to O'Connor. Over Barnes. O'Connor with the bucket. O'Connor's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Wow. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Lays it in off the breakaway. O'Connor's got 6 in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their defense. It's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Now here's Barnes, defended by O'Connor. They need this. Barnes can't get it to go.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
A nice shot by Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Executing off the dribble, one of Kyrie's strongest assets.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Siakam, that's good.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
Doncic passes to O'Connor. Takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. To the paint. And the dunk by Barnes.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
Dallas leading by 6. Irving passes to O'Connor. From outside, off the mark. Toronto, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Siakam, the bounce pass. Raptors moving the ball around.
Using that length to attack inside, Siakam's a major challenge for any defender to stop.
First team foul. At the line for Toronto, Pascal Siakam. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
The length and athleticism of Pascal Siakam is special. This is why he's such a big part of this team. Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Doncic passes to O'Connor. They get it again. Powell, that's good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
They double team Siakam. Hurdle against Powell. Hurdle, the pass to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Huge shot right there from Scotty. I love seeing him deliver in these situations.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 4. 1:02 left in the 4th quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And in terms of his
So a close game sees Dallas taking this. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
If there's one badge that your player needs to have in the game, what is it?
Catch and shoot. Yeah, at first, because at the beginning, when your grade is low, if you're making your shots and catch and shoot, that's easy. Yeah, you can do your style. So yeah, catch and shoot.
I would say posterizer. I want to get those animations where I'm ducking on somebody, so I need that badge.
What's the first NBA 2K cover?
And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Reggie Bullock is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Big Daddy in at the 3 slot. Now here's Dragic. Allen on the wing. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lets the 3 fly. Ooh, Giannis dunks it home.
And you love it when your star player gets down there and gets dirty, and that time Antetokounmpo in there.
Here's O'Connor. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far.
And last season, Giannis passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the Bucks' all-time leading scorer. He wants to finish his career in Milwaukee, so that total bound to grow.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Dragic passes to Allen, and he makes it.
So good with the ball off the bounce. Goran Dragic providing the assist.
Grant, both Giannis and Kareem dominated the paint, but they get it done differently.
Yeah, that they do. Kareem possibly the best ever in the post, whereas Giannis might be the most dominant slasher and driver in league history. And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And he drops the first.
And pretty amazing to see Bobby Portis and the evolution of his career. A guy who started pretty quietly coming out of college and then just found his niche on a very good team and has exploded over the past couple of years.
Well, Brent, in some ways, Portis is a reminder to never give up on yourself.
Yeah, a guy going from the second unit to a starting player pretty much deep into his career. That's an impressive feat. That's some stick-to-itiveness and a true credit to how hard he works. Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Dragic finds Allen. Now Portis. Pass to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Over Irving. And again, it's the Bucks missing. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Doncic. Opening close, and he drops it in. Doncic has got his second bucket on the night.
When you watch Luka play, you can't forget he's 6'7". He can more than hold his own inside.
Middleton outside. Powell against Portis. And here's Dragic. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. And another shot. And Portis with the layup.
A big board and a bigger putback from Bobby Portis.
Now a timeout called by Dallas.
And the loudest section gets a free t-shirt. Make some noise.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks.
Let's make some noise.
Milwaukee in the lead. On the court for Dallas here in the second. Luka Doncic is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Reggie Bullock. And it's Big Daddy in at the 3 spot.
Well, you have to do way more than that to stop the MVP. Giannis just determined.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Dragic passes to Antetokounmpo. Fires from deep. Dragic misses.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
You know, for this Bucks team, they seem to play together as well as any team we've seen recently.
Yeah, this team has a bunch of players who complement each other very well. And they've got so many different ways that they can play on the floor. That's what makes them so successful. Well, that and Giannis.
Antetokounmpo, right side. He's off on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Here's O'Connor. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Irving against Allen. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Pass to O'Connor. To the inside. Stolen by Middleton. Antetokounmpo with it. For three, Dragic. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Timeout called, Milwaukee. And to the surprise of some league observers, a number of rookies are already making huge contributions, Grant.
And it's so much fun to see these young players stepping up, getting thrown right into the fire, and for good reason. When you have 2 or 3 stars eating up your salary cap, you need the guys on rookie contracts to perform, and they are.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo has won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. But he says, quote, "I am not satisfied. As the leader of this team, that's the tone I set. I don't care about trophies. I care about getting better, and that's what I've done my entire career." Brian, he stays focused.
Nose to the grindstone, Allen. Thanks for that. And that one, good.
That's tough by Chris Middleton. Squares up and extends past the defense strong. To give him a little bit of credit on how focused he was on that hoop.
Here's O'Connor. 5 points in the game. That one goes in. 7 points in the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation, but over and back. Bobby Portis is checked in for Crowder. .146 left in the second. In Milwaukee. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
32.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Bobby Portis in his bag in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
On the perimeter, it's Allen and Middleton. Inside at the 4 and 5, it's Giannis and Portis. And it's Dragic in at the point guard position. And that's the group from Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Here's Middleton. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. 5 on the clock. Here's Dragic. Powell pulls it in.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Now here's Powell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Doncic outside, fires for 3. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And working on becoming more dangerous from deep. Doncic doesn't lack confidence pulling up from way downtown.
Here's Allen. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc. Well, Middleton, a guy who's just so effective out there. He puts up points, he scores with great efficiency, and we've just seen him in so many clutch moments just come through for this team.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Throws it up high.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. The Bucks trail. Dragic outside. Pass to Middleton. Down low. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. This is Chris Middleton making a play.
And Middleton also capable of preventing points at the other end, Brent.
And I think this progression of Middleton having that length and switchability along with experience is helping him build that defensive resume. He'll hit the defensive glass. Just a terrific all-around player.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Middleton outside from 12 feet. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Now here's Powell. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. And the shot's good by Irving.
It's beginning to seem like they've gotten complacent defensively. They showed much more intensity in the first half.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. Hey, we see plenty of three-point shots every game, Brent. Would you say it's still a shooter's league?
Yeah, I would say it's still a scorer's league, BA, rather than a shooter, because
Milwaukee shooting just 37% in the game. On the court right now for the Mavericks. They've got Kyrie Irving, Dwight Powell out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Big Daddy in at the three. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Dragic against Doncic. Out to Portis. Clock at 6. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's O'Connor. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's deflected.
And how about the reach from Portis there?
Here's Antetokounmpo. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, they have a long way to go, but attacking the rim like that is a great way to start a comeback. He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Take it away. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. O'Connor, that's good. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Count the basket. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
They're fortunate to be leading after shooting below 40% in the first half.
Pass to Matthews. Dragic with it. Now here's Allen. Allen draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. He doesn't usually fire from out there. The Mavericks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's O'Connor. Back to Doncic. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Matthews. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Portis. Goes up with it again. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dallas shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. To the wing on the left. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket. Well, the naming of the NBA's 75th anniversary team was a fun event last season. That sparked. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Wait. Let me guess. You got some questions about my leadership since you didn't reach out for comment.
I mean, while we're both here, why not? I mean, you tell me your side of the story.
Whoa, there's nothing to tell. Because if whoever said that won't put their name on it, it means nothing.
2K10. So it's crazy. Like, if Lil Me were to see me now in the game, that would be amazing. I actually pay to see that.
If you hop into 2K, are you going to play with your player now that you're in the game?
It's only right, I guess.
Exactly.
I feel like,
and then you gotta select the Raptors too.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure the Raptors, but some people always say like, it's weird you play with your player. I gotta see how I play, see if I can score.
Definitely gotta see how my attributes are and, see what I'm good at.
And both these offenses geared to space the floor, Greg, in many cases playing outside in.
And we've got some bombers out there tonight. It's become a shooter's league. I just hope we'll see some balance as well.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Looney out there with Wiggins.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Curry from deep three-point land. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's O'Connor. The short one's on the money.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Stripped it away. And here's the break. From 15 feet away, here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
That's his first personal.
And Doris, what you like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't force anything on offense. Just takes what he has available to him.
He is the perfect role player playing alongside his teammate Luka Doncic for this reason. Excellent screen setter, a real threat vertically at the cup. What a target for Luka.
Now, here's Looney. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
Here's Doncic. The 3. O'Connor misses.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doncic passes to O'Connor. Over Green. Dallas again missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And it's in there. Wiggins has got 5 now.
Yeah, even with that shoot-first mindset, Klay Thompson willing and able to make a great pass.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wiggins with it. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they swept this club in the regular season, but ended up falling to them in the playoffs.
And the Warriors with possession here. 6-point game. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target with his 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Here's Doncic. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. To the middle. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Thompson.
Well, that's just the phenomenal touch of Stephen Curry in the painted area. Yes, he'll score there too.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 2009.
Warriors trail by 4. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise, and his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Kuminga out there with Looney. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Bullock's checked in.
Reggie Bullock.
The Warriors shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Curry against Doncic. Here's Looney. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And at this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are maneuvering their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Especially the younger team. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Looney nails both of them. The Mavericks leading. Doncic passes to O'Connor. Shoots over Kuminga. On target from 8 feet out. Feathery touch from O'Connor. O'Connor's got 10 points in the game. Curry kicks to Kuminga. Pass to Looney. Back to Kuminga. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the Mavs fans are hoping this team, Doris, is poised to repeat the success of the early 2000s.
Well, Kevin, I think you have to look at the deep run into the playoffs from last year, where they finally figured out the pieces they need to have around their great star, Luka Doncic. Obviously, you need shooting across positions, but I think one thing you need to consider if you're the Dallas Mavericks, paint protection is critical. High-level defenders are critical. So do you need that presence in the paint and a vertical threat at the cup to enhance Luka's skills even more?
Doncic passes to O'Connor. Fires for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. The pass to Kuminga. They double-team Curry. Launches a 3. And no good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now Kuminga after the missed 3 from O'Connor. Thompson surveying the floor. Green in the post. Powell's there. Curry finds Thompson. A 3-pointer off the mark.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Yep, that one goes in there. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 1. We're back after this from American Airlines. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Reggie Bullock is out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Big Daddy. Then there's Doncic, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. O'Connor. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
They get it back, and that one is good. Looney's got 6 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Warriors leading by 5. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion, but I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team.
2 on the clock. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got his first points in this one.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
Kuminga's come in for Looney.
Jonathan Kuminga.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Wiggins outside. There's the triple. And the Warriors miss again.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Here's O'Connor. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Curry gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Here's O'Connor. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
On three-pointer, Wiggins. Here's Green. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Doncic. Here's O'Connor. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Wood, he's checked in for Dallas. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul calls, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
Poole's checked in for the Warriors. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Powell against Green, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Here's O'Connor. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Curry passes to Thompson. Shot to stop the run. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Mavericks leading by 3. From deep three-point range, Curry with the rebound. Warriors have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's Wood with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. On the Mavericks with some changes, JaVale McGee's checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in. Go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Reggie Bullock comes in for Christian Wood. Big Daddy's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Hardy. And then for Golden State, Looney's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Wiggins comes in for Peyton. That's Thompson in for Jordan Poole.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins. Bullock kicks to Doncic. Passes it to O'Connor. Lays it up off the glass. O'Connor's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
A three-pointer. Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's O'Connor. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 27 points for Big Daddy. Warriors trail by 7. They double-team Curry. A three-pointer. Wiggins. They get it back. Green. Missed inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. The numbers in their favor.
Well, from long range or from point-blank range, Steph Curry is a marksman.
First team foul.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
So he gets them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Outside Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's O'Connor. He's covered by Thompson. O'Connor misses. Warriors trail by 5. Down low. And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
Tenacity. It's the first word that comes to mind with Draymond Green. Is he the tallest power forward in the league? No. But can he score it? Yes.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Irving passes the Powell. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
No one covering.
I think tonight is a great measure of Wiggins' progress, scoring in volume in a variety of ways.
It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
A split-second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Driving to the basket. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, plenty of energy left for key situations. The young Andrew Wiggins determined.
O'Connor misses.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Curry pass it to Looney, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Doncic outside. Here's Bullock. Powell trying to free himself up, and the layup falls. Bullock's got his first basket.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Curry passes to Wiggins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to O'Connor. Over Wiggins. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead. Curry against Doncic. Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry. And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's O'Connor. Lets the 3 fly. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that. One of the reasons the scouts loved Wiggins, he always finds a way to deliver in big-time moments.
And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul. At the line.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
At the line for 2.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 5. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thank you, David. And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Luka Doncic, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 7. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think? So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.
Great win and a stellar performance from you tonight. Are you encouraged by how you played?
Yeah, of course. You know, we got a great group of guys here, and this feels good. You know, we had a couple miscues, but for the most part, we played a heck of a game. We just need to keep limiting our mistakes, and the sky's the limit.
You really put on a show on offense. Where in the world did that come from?
Thanks, John. Yeah, I had it going a little bit. You know, after the first couple shots went down, my teammates started looking for me. I tried to attack the defense before they had the time to get set. It definitely feels good to get the win, you know, and help my team get this win.